Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So you guys, thanks for watching. I want to say that before I get too into this, I appreciate you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe and the bell to be notified if you haven't. If you're watching and you have not subscribed, please do. So you guys, today I'm just having some smothered potato. I'm not going to make a long video, y'all. I know I say that all the time and then I still make a long video. But I'm going to try not to make it a long video because I actually don't feel great today. But I don't even want to focus on it because it is what it is. But you guys, what I did, I had some Yukon Gold potatoes that I needed to cook. I didn't take nothing out to cook this morning and I really need to make groceries. That chicken is froze hard as a rock, so it ain't happening. And I ain't dealing with that. But I had some Yukon Gold potatoes that I needed to use, and I keep my potatoes in the refrigerator. So I just chopped up a little bit of onion, seasoned them with some garlic powder, salt, pepper, a little cayenne, and I sauteed the onions and potatoes in a little butter and olive oil. And then I just threw some cheese in and mixed it up. They taste good. I love smothered potatoes. But these potatoes were getting ready to go completely bad. And I had it was probably like 6 of them, maybe 7, and they were little. You know those little Yukon Golds are small. So I needed to go ahead and cook them. So I hope you all have had a good day. I hope it wasn't too stressful and people getting on your nerves, because I didn't have a stressful day. I just think that I'm just a high stress person anyway, so everything stresses me out. But so you guys, this government shutdown, it's so sad to me. I hate it. I hate seeing it. And all I'm going to say is I hope it ends soon. I hope it ends soon because I know people have families, and I just hate to see it. My heart really goes out to them because it's unfair. It really is. But it just shows you the world that we live in. It really does. But y'all, this cayenne pepper tearing me up. I think I wasn't paying attention and sprinkled too much because it's hot. And the one thing I swear, when you're trying not to eat a lot of carbs, that's all you want. Now, I've done well today. I did have, I would say, like a 4th cup of granola at work that had like about 3 little cranberries in it and like literally a dollop of yogurt. That's the only carbs I allow myself to have today, but because I try to keep my carbs under 40 grams, but I blew it with these potatoes. Oh well, there's always tomorrow. I would rather eat potatoes over rice and bread any day. As a matter of fact, let me get some more. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to get some more. I didn't cook a lot because, like I said, I didn't have a lot of potatoes, so I just had a few. So I'm just gonna eat it because I know once they get here, my kids, they're not gonna want it because they're gonna look at it like, ew. Sometimes they're picky and they don't realize their mother don't care about picky eaters. I don't care if you're picky. See can you guys see that? My light is too bright. But I like when they get brown like that. But Anyways, oh, this week feels so long, y'all, and it's a short week for most of us. So, yeah, as I was watching Eat with Q, and I always read through the comments. I ain't no different from anybody else. I read through the comments. And one thing that always kind of confuses me is when a person does a mukbang. I have read the technical definition of what a mukbang is, and I thought you were supposed to eat a large amount of food and talk to your audience. Well, but then there's those times where you read through the comments that somebody was talking too much, or to some people's standards, they was talking too much, and I was like, well, I thought that the point of a mukbang was to eat a lot and talk, like a lot. Because I haven't really done an official mukbang because I haven't had like copious amounts of food, and I probably won't finish it anyways. But and not that it would be thrown away, because that ain't gonna happen. But all I'm saying is, people complain and we're like, she not even talking, all she doing is moaning and eating. And but drop me a comment and tell me, do you think that when a person does a mukbang, they should talk a lot, or should they just say a few words and mostly just focus on the eating? Me, since I started watching mukbangs, it doesn't matter to me if they talk a lot or little, because I'm just watching the food. Because really, I be wanting the food they eating, so I'm not really focused on what they're talking about, not all the time. But some people really get offended when the mukbangers don't talk, and it's like, well, what y'all want? You want them to talk, or you want them to eat? Because if they talk too much, then you say you talk too much, just eat. Or if they don't talk enough, you say, oh, you're just gonna eat today, you're not even gonna talk, you don't even have good conversation. I know you can't please everybody, and that's not what I'm about. But I'm just saying, like, in general, what does everybody prefer? Like, tell me what you prefer. Like, do you prefer a lot of talking when you're watching a mukbang, or do you prefer, oh, excuse me, or do you prefer minimal talking and more eating? Because I'm like a little confused. Like, well, I thought you were supposed to talk, but I also thought you could talk a little bit and it would be okay. I don't know, y'all. I always think people just like to complain. So it is what it is. But this cayenne pepper is a lot. It's hot. I ain't even used that much. Let me tell y'all a funny story. So my mother, me and my mother lived together. She lived with me up until she passed in 2012. And we would sometimes, and I still do this. I buy a lot of different spices and seasonings and stuff and just put them in the cabinet. Well, my mom had this container that she had for like years, y'all. I'm telling y'all, years. She didn't like to throw away her spice containers and stuff like that. She would keep them just in case she wanted to put something. You know how you buy those packets of spice? Well, she would buy the packets and just use other like empty containers to put the spices in. Well, she had bought this container, and once it was empty, and I'm not sure, I can't remember exactly what spice was in it, but we bought some cayenne pepper and put the cayenne pepper in it. Y'all. So after my mother passed away, I cooked. I would cook, but not a lot. And then, excuse me, my husband, when he prepares food, he makes his African stews and things like that. But he was at the time using like red pepper flakes, or he would use like habanero peppers and grind them up and all that kind of stuff, or Scotch bonnet peppers and habanero are the same thing. But the cayenne pepper had been pushed all the way back in the cabinet, y'all. So I pull out the cayenne pepper one day because I was doing like some seafood. I was making like a seafood boil, and I wanted it to be a little spicy. And I didn't have any Cajun seasoning, but I had like paprika and all that. And I was like, oh, I got some cayenne pepper, y'all. Now, mind you, this probably, because she passed in 2012, this was in 2015, because it was when we were in our other place. That cayenne pepper was so hot. It was so, I don't know if the heat intensified over the years, because I don't remember it being that hot when we bought it. Let me tell y'all, it was so hot that the minute I sprinkled it, my eyes started to water, my nose started to run, and I, put it on my tongue, and the salt tore my tongue up. I had to start over. I couldn't even eat it. And I said, because my husband eats real spicy stuff, but I said, no, he ain't even gonna jive with that, because that cayenne pepper was hot. But I left it up there. So he goes in there to cook, y'all. And I had told him, I said, that cayenne is old. It's really hot. And he's like, no, it's not hot. I eat hot stuff, tough guy. Okay, tough guy, go ahead. Y'all, when I tell y'all that he was sweating like he had been running, and his nose was running, his eyes was watering, that pepper was hot. That pepper was hot. That cayenne ain't no joke. And I said, I guess over time as it sits, it gets hotter. And I didn't know that, because I thought over time, dry spices, I thought they lose their potency. Not that cayenne pepper. I don't know what they put in that cayenne pepper, but that stuff was hot. And we probably used the rest of that cayenne pepper like in 2015, but we had it for at least 3 years, and it was so hot. It was hot. Cayenne is hot anyways, but I think this was like especially hot because, y'all, it wasn't no joke. It tore us up. I mean, it had a good flavor, but it was just too hot. So, if you buy dry cayenne, don't let it sit. Because I think the longer it sits, the hotter it gets. But I just thought it was funny because it was tearing us up and we were steady trying to eat it. I see, I'm not like a super spicy food person, but y'all, cayenne pepper set my soul on fire. I mean, because I knew it was so hot that it made me sweat just from tasting it. So I think as it sits, it gets hotter. I'm no pepper expert, but I really think that's what happened with that. The longer it sat, the hotter it got. So y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I thank you for watching. Please drop me a comment. And again, hit that like and hit the subscribe. And I will talk to y'all later.